Hey guys, today I just wanted to go through some of the settings in the player inventory component. So to bring up the settings, you just need to go into class defaults, and then you'll get the details panel here. So I'm just going to go through some of these settings because some people didn't quite understand what they do. So I'll start with health. Obviously you've got current health and max health. Some people didn't understand what the max stats were in the last update. It's just the maximum amount of health that your character can have. So if I was to change this to 200, then your character could have up to 200 health. As a side note, if you do want your character to have, for example, 200 health, you also want to change your current health to 200, otherwise when you start the game your character will be on half health because their health will be 100 out of 200. So we'll go on to stamina. If you have, you can disable the stamina system by unticking this. Got your current stamina, so the stamina that your character will start with, the recharge rate, the recharge amount, so this is how often your stamina will recharge and how much it will recharge by. Then you've got reduction, so this is how much it will reduce when you sprint per second. Then you've got max stamina, so again, like the health, it's the maximum amount your character can have. Next we've got hunger, and again, very similar to stamina, you can disable it. You've got your current hunger, your idle hunger reduction, so if your character stood still, this is how much they'll reduce. You've got running hunger reduction, sprinting hunger reduction. Then you've also got starvation damage per second, starvation damage, and then you've got starvation damage timer. So every 3 seconds you'll take 2 damage from starving. And then you've got your max hunger. Again, you can change this to 200, and then your character will have a maximum of 200 hunger. Exactly the same for first. So you've got your idle, running, and sprint reductions. Your dehydration damage and how often that damage will apply, and then again your max first. If you are missing the max first or max hunger or any other sort of random settings in here, it's probably because you're using an older version. So if you need that setting, you can update to the newest version. Equipment slots here, you just want to keep these the same. These won't get applied on startup, so we can just leave equipment slots alone. Armor, use total armor is basically, so if you get shot in the chest with use total armor off, it will only use the armor that your chest piece of equipment gives you. If use total armor is on, if you get shot in the chest, it will use all of the armor that your character has, so it will include your legs, your helmet, to reduce the damage. So this is off by default. Starting items, some people had some trouble with this. All you have to do to add a starting item is click the plus. Say I wanted to add an apple, I could put apple here, put count to 1. You don't need to set the index, and then when we start the game, you'll have an apple. For the ID, it needs to be the item's row name from the item list, so I'll show you quickly. We go to blueprints, items, item list, and you can see an item's ID in this column here, the first one. So apple, beans, water bottle, for example. When you're adding that to the starting items, it needs to be exactly the same as that first name, including capitals and underscores, otherwise it won't find the item. So next is movement. Here you've got all of the movement speeds for your different states. So idle will just, you want this to be the maximum amount that your character can move when jogging. So you've got walking aimed, I'm not going to go through all of them, but you get the idea. These are the max movement speeds for each one of these states. Resources is, so in the demo level, you've got those bushes that you can just go up to and interact with. this is the amount that your hands will harvest from those. So if one of them's set to have 50 resources, you go up and press E, you only get 1. If you want more, you can just increase this value there. And ADS, this is when you hold your right mouse button when you have a weapon, this is how zoomed in your camera will go when you're in third person. And that should be pretty much it. Oh, sorry, we've got a few others here. We've got add items to quick bar. So if that's enabled, it will add any item you pick up to the quick bar automatically until the quick bar is full. By default, this is off, and only weapons will automatically go to your quick bar. Auto equipped, so if you pick up a helmet and your character isn't wearing a helmet, that helmet will go onto your character straight away. Quick slot count, so if you're adding a quick slot, I'm going to do a separate video on that, so I'll just leave that alone for now. Interaction range, so that's how far away from an item you can be to be able to pick it up or interact with it. And interact highlight will whether or not the item has the outline around it. I think that's pretty much it. Oh no, sorry, we've got weight as well. Under master inventory settings, you've got your maximum weight and whether or not the character even uses the weight system. And then under inventory slots, we've got 20 by default, so pretty self-explanatory. This is how many inventory slots your character will have, including the quick slots. So there's 6 quick slots by default, so you'll have 14 slots in your actual inventory UI, and then the 6 quick slots. So that should be pretty much it for the player inventory component. I just wanted to go through these settings quickly because some people had some trouble understanding them. So hopefully this helped you guys out. Thank you for watching. I'll link the Discord in the description of the video if you want to join that, and if you have any questions. So thank you for watching, guys.